I wish I could paint. This would make quite the picture.
We're dangerous, huh?
Aid me, Lady Meridia. Help me find what I seek. Ah! Lady, protect me! Oh, you didn't attack. Sorry. The jungle is so dangerous. When I agreed to help my high priest enter the nearby temple, it didn't seem so risky. Now here I am, all alone, surrounded by creatures, and not a lucent in sight. Broken Light Temple, a place of Meridia worship. It mysteriously collapsed centuries ago. No one's entered since. High Priest Ermine plans to get inside, find a font of power, and restore its former glory. But legends say the place is dangerous. A monstrous sentinel patrols the grounds, slaying any who enter, and it has ghosts of old priests, and other stuff I can't handle. Someone brave should go help Ermine restore the temple. Someone like you! I promise she'll provide a reward. Find Ermine outside the temple along the northern coast. She has a device that will get you inside, but it needs a lucent for power. After that, she'll explain what you need to begin the restoration. I'm off to Sunport. It's too scary out here. A small crystal that contains oblivion energy.
here. I need to get inside. Traveler, please, join my sacred mission. Just as my strength wavers, the Light Queen sends you to me, a clear sign that I must persist. I lead an order of devotees to Meridia. Have you seen the ruins of Broken Light Temple on the hill? Our mission is its glorious restoration. Doria's sense of character never fails. You appear quite capable of guiding me through the dangers ahead. Our goal is to find a font of Meridia's power that's locked away inside. That's how I'll restore the temple's former glory. I believe this power can cleanse any dark threats in the temple and imbue it with Meridia's blessing once more. Then we rebuild. Are you ready to begin this sacred task? We must create a way across the bridge to the entrance. That's why I brought a translocation rod. It can repair the gap, but it needs power from a lucent shard. Look in rubble piles around here. I believe Meridia shall provide. All that's known of the temple's history comes from vague... I love harvesting runestones. No luck for me. Did you find one? A lucent shard from Broken Light Temple will power the translocation rod while in this area. It should look like a glowing crystal. A bit of tinkering. Here we are. It already feels much more powerful. I think we can clear a path now. Since Meridia chose you to help, you should wield the rod. I'll explain how it works. Come with me. Come, up the stairs. Use the rod to capture this rubble here. Just point and it will understand your intent. Success! Now point the rod here to release the stones. Bless the light! You got it! Now we can cross. Let's get inside.
To do, so little time.
I'm in here, traveler. You must see this. Incredible. The Great Hall of Broken Light Temple. The glyph on these massive doors. I recognize it. Our goal is through here. I call on Her Lady's brilliance to shine upon... But I'm devoted to Meridia. That should have worked. Look for anything that explains these doors. Followers of Meridia cleanse her enemies by force sometimes. Does that parchment offer answers? Show me, please. The cynosure. That's how the old parchments describe the font of power. It's a focus of Meridia's attention. If jealousy led to the collapse, then purification of the Order is just. The purified are walking embodiments of Meridia's will. Yes, a ritual of light in the two wings of the temple. The Dawn Wing to the east, and Purity Wing to the west. It doesn't describe what the ritual involves. I have faith in my devotion to Meridia. We'll figure it out. I could see from the outside that the Western Purity Wing collapsed long ago. It looked overgrown with plants. The Eastern Dawn Wing appeared intact, though. Maybe we'll see more of the old architecture there. So, what do you think? Purity or Dawn? Collapsed and overgrown it is. I really hope none of the more savage wildlife made a home inside. I'd like this to go smoothly. Either way, I'll meet you inside the Western Wing. Let's look for that ritual site. The rod can create paths if we need it, just like outside. I'll search for anything that can help our task. Oh, stay clear of Purified. They will likely be hostile.
Oh, new people. And you still have your minds. Oh, very good.
Incredible. He's a purified who can still speak. But how?
Yes, I can tell you many things. Come, talk. I was alone for so long, many years. Now you and I speak together. A good thing. I am Temerian. Or was. Perhaps will be again. You explore my home, this great temple. Why did you come here? Ah, yes, Lady Meridia's gift. Such power it holds. It creates the Sentinels, did you know? I was to receive its blessing. A deceiver ripped that from me. If you access the Cynosure, yes, you could cleanse the temple, remake it. Very true. Carissia. She proclaimed lies of love for me and Meridia, all to gain the Cynosure's power. To become the blessed Sentinel. When I realized, I fought back, but I failed. The temple fell and my lady punished me with this wretched half-blessing. Oh, yes, I see that now. Wise words, newcomer. Meridia foresaw the collapse. She made me like this to aid you in the here and now. A ritual unlocks the Cynosure doors. Your high priest can do it. This path leads to the ritual site. I'll meet you there. Head north, mostly intact. Easiest route to the ritual site.
For a high priest of Meridia, Temerian doesn't seem particularly faithful. If the Lady of Light denied making him a sentinel, his resentment may linger. Let's not be quick to trust him, friend. Why would someone spurned by Meridia want access to a font of her power? He may want to corrupt it somehow. Or maybe he just wants to get back in her good graces. We can use him to unlock the door, but let's remain wary. His eyes glow with Meridia's flawless light. That's the sign that Meridia's will has taken over a mortal follower. Usually their old selves cease to exist. Temerian's story may explain why he's different. For a believer, a half-finished state like that would be agony. Burning inside with Meridia's light, but not fully taken. It must feel like complete rejection. I pity Temerian's circumstances, but Meridia's punishments are righteous. Why would someone... The old high priest still lives, and he wants to help us? Very strange. Continue on. I want to explore.
The lion.
Come closer, behind the tunnel gate.
Feels good to get the blood pumping, right?
We'll need more rubble for this next one.
Make the path, then go on. The ritual site is close.
Try to spell out.
Go on ahead. It's only a moment. This moon is so beautiful.
You see me? Behind the bars. I helped you. You can trust me. Let's talk. Your high priest can do her ritual here. Unlock the Sino-Shore doors. Simple. I helped, so listen. I want to join you. Be part of restoring the temple. I can protect you and serve Meridia again if you let me. You want to open the Sino-Shore. Let me inside. It can make me whole. Meridia will see my devotion. I will become a sentinel like I deserve. We can restore the temple. Build an army of light.
You found the ritual site. We can begin.
Consider my offer. We can rebuild the temple. Just let me into the Sino-Shore.
So Marion may have helped us find the ritual site, but that doesn't mean we should trust him. Put that aside for the moment. I recognize this ritual space. It reenacts the movement of the sun. It's a simple rite. I'll guide you. Stop by supplicating on the tile I direct you to. Then I will begin the chant and tell you where to go. When I mention a cardinal direction, you'll need to walk to the appropriate tile. That's it. You're a believer? I knew it! Isn't it wonderful? You can feel Meridia's presence, though not as strong as it should be. But put aside your fears about your faith. I'll be the conduit through which her blessed energies flow. Just follow my chant. The tiles represent an allegory for the sun, Meridia's brightest light. We must recreate that allegory as you walk the tiles. Once complete, the lock should release. Now, listen to my cues. My lady's brilliance starts in the east, and we carry it north. Then carry it south. And finally, as the sun does, so do we carry the light west. Praise Meridia, we did it. And look, it opened a portal. Now we can explore the Dawnwing to the east. The ritual worked. Half of the ward is down. Compared to the west side, the Dawnwing looked completely intact from the outside. That doesn't mean it's in perfect shape, though. I do hope we get to see some of the old architecture. I'll head inside the eastern wing when you're ready. I figured that might be his goal. After what he told us earlier, I suspected he'd try to access the Cynosure. We should be careful if we manage to open the doors. We go to the eastern Dawn Wing and hope for the best. I'm worried that the Sentinel mentioned in the old records hasn't appeared yet. Maybe she perished long ago. Hesitating won't help. I know so little about this wing. Let's search for information. A priest's lockbox of personal belongings. I can learn about worship practices from long ago. I don't sense any magic on that crystal. Purely decorative. That amulet calls to me. What is it? Ah!
Mortals who walk these hallowed halls, please hear me out. Connection. My mind has linked to the body of this priest. It feels miraculous. I am Caricia, former priest of Meridia, now the blessed sentinel of this temple. You and this mortal I speak through. Explain yourselves. Why are you here? High Priest. Her strong faith must fuel the connection through my old amulet. Through her, I can speak in a way I cannot in my own body. And you want the Cynosure? My fortune continues. That power is the only way to free me. That man sees the Sentinel as a gift. I know now that it binds mortals in eternal service to Meridia. This gift only creates suffering. It needs to be destroyed. We can help each other. Go east along the path. I will return soon. Our interests align, mortal. I will return in the northern hall.
I heard what she said. Go ahead, while I take a moment to recover. Such a feeling of intrusion. I could hear the words, feel my mouth move, but was powerless to resist. I feel unwell. Just go ahead. I noticed crumbled walkways. Use the rod again to make a path to the ritual site. I'll be along shortly. I heard. Her words sounded desperate. If the Cynosure binds people into service to Meridia, how could that be bad? I would feel honored. I want to hear more of her tale, but I'd prefer a different method for receiving it. job clearing the way. I think we're close. The wonders of the moon are amazing. Keep pressing the ritual site. I'll... Wait, friend. I feel Carissa taking control again.
Halt! We must speak before you approach the ritual site. Here, you will unlock one of the Sinoshore's doors. I must warn you, I am inside. As the Blessed Sentinel, I serve Meridia's will. When you enter, I will attack. I cannot control my actions.
You
misunderstand. I pray for my defeat. You must perform the unlocking ritual. But if the Sinoshore remains, the Sentinel's energy lingers and eventually reforms. So you must destroy it. You cannot allow other monstrous beings to gain its power. That worm blames me for a choice that belonged to Meridia alone. She saw his arrogant, self-serving plans. He was a glutton for power and wished to use the Sinoshore to control others. It's imperative that you destroy it, so he does not succeed. I have suffered for all these centuries. Now that I finally have a chance at freedom, I will do anything. The Sinoshore must be destroyed, and I will do whatever I must to make that happen. Enter. Prepare yourself for battle!
That's it! Enough. Just make it stop. She's in there? Defending the ritual site, I guess. We should get ready. I sympathize with her. She made me very familiar with how it feels to lose control of your own body. Can't believe she'd inflict it on someone else. A lot to think about. When my mission to Broken Light Temple began, I didn't expect to battle against my lady's blessed servants. I quietly believed Meridia would guide me safely to the Cynosure. Suppose I was wrong about many things. I always thought that giving over one's will to Meridia would feel joyous. I imagined the Purified felt perfect at all times. Now, with Carissia's possessions, I question that. I still believe in our task, though. Let's get in there. By the light! Sentinel Carissia, I'll shield you from her wrath.
Fight! If I can, this shell will fall.
Get
You
in my
must
shield,
hurry
quickly!
before I reform.
I'm glad we prevailed over Sentinel Carissia. She possessed immense power and had such little control over it. Seeing her makes me question the purpose of the Cynosure. I have a lot to think about. In the meantime, let's complete this ritual. For the most part, you stand on the center tile and follow my instructions. Let me funnel the energy to you. This ritual's metaphor is different, however. This looks like an allegory for a constellation of stars. I've read works about Meridia's connection to stars, but I consider it heresy. I can remember enough to recreate the constellation, though. Don't worry, I'll tell you which way to go. Now follow along. The constellation of Our Lady rises in the west. We draw a line to the eastern star. To the north, the link is made to the south. That did it. One successfully completed ritual.
You opened the door! Good!
Tomarian, stop! We need to discuss this! Light blind him. He just walked right in. We need to talk, friend. Burn his eyes. I knew we couldn't trust that scoundrel. We still need to figure out what to do about the Cynosure. Tomarian as a blessed sentinel worries me more than Carissia. He would become the sentinel we fought earlier, but stronger, more power-hungry, filled with spite. He truly believes Meridia chose him, and he was cheated out of his destiny. In service to my lady, I will try to stop him. I must destroy the Cynosure. That part, I don't know. We have no idea what's actually behind those doors. You and I have solved everything together. We'll figure this part out too. Let's get in there. What is he doing in there? Hurry, let's get inside. Tomarian, no! We need to get over there and stop him! Tomarian, don't understand!
I understand everything. I will gain what I am owed. Meridia, give me your strength!
He channeled all of the power into himself!
It's too late! Meridia blesses me as her new sentinel!
You must destroy him! I'll protect you like last time. I raised the shield for you.
Can't you see? Now I am the light!
Destroy the dinosaur. It's too powerful. Use the rod to remove the orbs from the pillars. The sentinels appeared in front of the statue.
This sacrifice protects many others. Marion, it's time to go. After centuries, I am finally free.
You did it! Let's leave here. We'll talk in the Great Hall. Friend, over here. I can't believe it. I found the Cynosure at the heart of Broken Light Temple, and I destroyed it. Wait until I tell the rest of my order. No regrets, though. The stories lied. That font of power protected the temple by binding priests into servitude. I saw how it twisted people and destroyed their love. I don't want to perpetuate that. I don't understand why Meridia wanted that either. You go on your way with a good story and some coin. I gather the rest of my faithful and see what I can do to put Meridia's light to good use. Oh, and I take my rod back. Despite the outcome, I'm glad to have learned all we did, friend. I need to gather my acolytes in Sunport. I think we can rally the rest of the faithful and start something new. A priory or a chapel or something. Small and honoring to her brilliance. Nothing quite as grand as this old temple. I still feel dedicated to build something. Probably not here, but I'll honor Meridia in some way. My order will gather in Sunport and decide what comes next. I have high hopes. It may not be as grand as a temple, but it will be pure. And you as well, friend. Feel free to find me in Sunport after this. It will do my spirit well to see you still thriving.
This is fascinating. Fascinating. Oh, good! You made it to Solstice! Look at this place. I know it's in ruins now, but once this was a magnificent courtyard with a grand temple beyond, consecrated to the Daedric Prince of Light Meridia. Just think of it. Farinor? A traitor? When I sensed power here, calling to the staff of Vanus Galarian that I carry, she told me about this old temple. I got so caught up admiring the site that I haven't found anything yet. But what of the Alliance representatives? That's something, at least. This place reminds me of a dear friend, Darian Gautier, who served Meridia. I still can't believe he's gone. Perhaps Meridia has a message for me, or the staff wants something here. Can you help me search the area? There. While I hold my spell of searching, you examine anything that glows. That idol confirms this was indeed a temple of Meridia. Temple bell. Nearly pristine considering the age of this place. An old tome. A lucky find. Age is not kind to paper. The items you uncovered are tied to the power that drew me here. I can sense a powerful blessing of Meridia sleeping in that bell. Meridia was a powerful ally when we fought Molag Bal in Cold Harbor to end the plane meld. I think I was drawn here to remind me she could help us against the worm cult again. Maybe Vanus reached out through the staff to guide me. I can't quite tell. Maybe, but I'm not sure how. The bell is rather heavy. Besides, the tome you found suggested opening doors, not blasting evil. I'll need to think about this. Thank you for your help here. I'll see you back in Sunport. Good eye. I didn't even see that runestone at first.
Oh yeah, that felt good. Ooh, shiny.
Is that a fiend? Good, good. Do I?
The hero returns. Good work. I admire your...
just like invaders.
How would you?
Oh,
What do you require of a zombie fragrant employer? Let's go do something exciting!
I never suspected a thing. Farinor had us all fooled.
Well, it looks like 2 of the Alliance representatives have finally arrived. It's good to see two waylaid guild members return safely to the fold, though I must remember to treat them as agents of the alliances they represent here on in. As for those injured by Faranor's treachery, they have recovered, including me. Mage Faranor missed her chance to eliminate me and the representatives, but she cost us time. While we tended to our wounds and recovered the scattered representatives, the Worm Cult was free to act. Mermal believes they survived the portal mishap and are on Solstice, somewhere. We must trust they will turn up soon. In the meantime, we must celebrate what victories we can, and make ready for the next stage of our operation. All in good time, comrade. First, your efforts to bring together the Alliance representatives helped us overcome Faranor's sabotage. We survived the Worm Cult's first blow. Next, we shall deal them one of our own. Please, accept this with my thanks. We're still one Alliance representative short, but we can wait no longer. It's time for a council of war. Indeed. We need to consult with Regent Corinway. Sunport's aid is crucial to our campaign. When last we spoke, she said she would meet with her advisors and send word. But that was days ago. Plans must be finalized between the Fellowship and Sunport. High Elves can be deliberate about such things. The Worm Cult, however, does not stand still. It is time to press Regent Corinway for a decision, and I would like you to join us. I hate badgering Regent Corinway, but the Fellowship is already at work. I sent our forces to seek allies and search out trouble across Western Solstice, but I worry House Coralania may not welcome our efforts. Meet me at Venutilmo Palace, comrade. Not at all. High Elves are not given to hasty decisions. In my father's court, I learned that how you approach an elf of high rank is just as important as what you actually plan to say. A certain amount of formality and ritual can't be avoided. Oh, she knows the danger of necromancers quite intimately. But convincing her own court may not be an easy thing. Solstice has known peace for centuries, an enemy at the gate. Many of Sunport's people do not want to accept their peril. My people have a history with House Coralania. Long ago, the High Elves ruled Hammerfell. When my ancestors came to Tamriel, they found no welcome from the Coralanias. Unable to defeat the Regatta in open battle, the elves called upon dark powers. Necromancy most vile. The Coralanias turned my ancestors' own dead against them. Only the creation of the sacred Anse wards put a stop to the carnage. The Regatta finally prevailed and drove the Coralanias from Hammerfell. I am told they abandoned their necromantic ways centuries ago. Certainly, I have noticed nothing untoward on their part since I arrived here.
Thank goodness! Something is wrong here!
What's the problem, Merman?
I arrived to find the palace deserted, and the regent is nowhere to be seen.
Let's look around. I'll check upstairs.
Magic.
This doesn't look good. See all the blood? Someone was stabbed here.
Up here on the balcony, I found someone.
As I told this orc, I was working in a storeroom. And when I came out, I noticed the palace guards were missing. Then I spotted hooded figures struggling to carry someone out the side door. I think it was Regent Corinway. A small group of merchants arrived at the palace, carrying crates and bundles. I saw them speaking with the guards. Traders make deliveries all the time, so I thought nothing of it and carried on with my work. I came out and first noticed that the palace guards were gone. Then I saw 3 hooded figures carrying a large bundle. I heard a muffled cry from inside. It sounded like the Regent. One of the figures dropped something by the throne. Yes, I think so. Let me see. Swen Coast is an old retreat out on the west coast. A noble's cottage, long abandoned. And these are directions. That must be where the merchants were headed.
They had to be worm cultists. Go to the Regent's aid, comrade. The rest of us will secure the city.
Anyone who knows their way around a blade. I recognize that look anywhere. You're one of us. A fighter. You did some work for the guild, if I'm not mistaken. Would you care for more? There's an initiative to strike at the heart of Cold Harbor that could use your strength and skill. I'm not at liberty to say. Orders. Go to the Ossian cage and speak to Kiruk. He will tell you more and reward your bravery for making it that far. Cold Harbor is dangerous. Venturing close is not for the faint-hearted. I would not take the warnings of danger lightly. We lost many experienced warriors before Captain Lin sent me here to gather reinforcements.
If you know of any other capable warriors, convince them to join you. Kiruk's purse is deep. Take this portal when you're ready. Captain Lin needs fighters, badly. But an unprepared warrior is as good as dead. One of the most respected leaders the guild has to offer. They're in charge of this whole initiative, and the reason more of us haven't died. I know every failure and retreat grates on Lin. I'm thankful they're the one. Don't let those words intimidate you. We wage war in Molag Bal's domain. Everyone who followed the captain through the portal knew what to expect. The same courtesy will extend to you before they send you in. The Prince of Domination's realm always sets my skin crawling. But the feeling I got when we crossed the portal was awful. I swear there was something in the cage. Something hungry. The captain sent me back here before I could figure out what. Other fighters fought Daedra and established some areas of safety. But me? I couldn't take a step past where the portal dropped us. Captain Lin, one of the most respected leaders the guild has to offer. They're in charge of this whole initiative, and the reason more of us haven't died. I know every failure and retreat grates on Lin. I'm thankful they're the one making these decisions. Don't let those words intimidate you. We wage war in Molag Bal's domain. Everyone who followed the captain through the portal knew what to expect. The same courtesy will extend to you before they send you in. The Prince of Domination's realm always sets my skin crawling. But the feeling I got when we crossed the portal was awful. I swear there was something in the cage. Something hungry. The captain sent me back here before I could figure out what. Other fighters fought Daedra and established some areas of safety. But me? I couldn't take a step past where the portal dropped us. Captain Lin didn't judge me. They said this task was equally as important. I think they believed it too. One of the most respected leaders the guild has to offer. They're in charge of this whole initiative, and the reason more of us haven't died. I know every failure and retreat grates on Lin. I'm thankful they're the one making these decisions. Don't let those words intimidate you. We wage war in Molag Bal's domain. Everyone who followed the captain through the portal knew what to expect. The same courtesy will extend to you before they send you in. The Prince of Domination's realm always sets my skin crawling. But the feeling I got when we crossed the portal was awful. I swear there was something in the cage. Something hungry. The captain sent me back here before I could figure out what. Other fighters fought Daedra and established some areas of safety. But me? I couldn't take a step past where the portal dropped us. Captain Lin didn't judge me. They said this task was equally as important. I think they believed it too. One of the most respected leaders the guild has to offer. They're in charge of this whole initiative, and the reason more of us haven't died. I know every failure and retreat grates on Lin. I'm thankful they're the one making these decisions. Don't let those words intimidate you. We wage war in Molag Bal's domain. Everyone who followed the captain through the portal knew what to expect. The same courtesy will extend to you before they send you in. The Prince of Domination's realm always sets my skin crawling. But the feeling I got when we crossed the portal was awful. I swear there was something in the cage. Something hungry. The captain sent me back here before I could figure out what. Other fighters fought Daedra and established some areas of safety.
Careful! Enemies are close.
You are with the Fellowship. Razumdar, representative of the Old Merry Dominion, at your service. He was supposed to report to Prince Azah in Sunport. Instead, he found himself alone in the wilderness until he found this manor full of worm cultists. Imagine his confusion. Then Razumdar is glad to have you here. Some mysterious fellows in dark robes smuggled an elf noble into this house just a short time ago. A romantic arrangement? Raz wondered. But no, necromantic, as it turns out. Raz admires your initiative. Still, this is a delicate situation. Storming too quickly and the worm cult may kill the lady. Move too slowly and they may slip away. What is your preference? An agreeable approach. If you do not care to try the front door, you might find another way in. Raz will climb to the balcony and proceed with stealth. One of us should find the regent. Whatever happens, Raz swears the missing noble lady will come to no harm if he has anything to say about it. The worm cultists, not so much. Raz will make his move when you do. Roz believes we have found the Regent. Set her free, Five Claw.
Oh, that is better. My thanks. But there is something you need to hear. Thank the Three Queens. Those horrible necromancers promised to steal my soul when they finished with me. I feared this old house would be the last thing I ever saw. But there is more to say, if I can trust you, stranger. Oh, someone noticed I was abducted then. I was afraid the worm cult had spirited me out of the city before anyone realized. But that's not important. We must return to Sunport at once. The worm cult is about to do something terrible. I overheard my captors. The worm cult positioned some sort of necromantic weapons throughout the palace district. They're preparing to seal off the district and slaughter all within. We must get back to Sunport and sound the alarm.
Go on, Five Claw. Raz, head back to Sunport, Five Claw. Let Prince Azar know the Regent is safe and warn him of the threat to the palace district. To personally escort the lovely Regent safely back home, of course. Raz is willing to make this small sacrifice so that you may claim the honor of reporting our success and sounding the alarm to protect the city. You wound Raz. He is nothing if not a gentleman. Just ask Queen Irene. She may smirk at you if you do, but that is her usual expression. Razumdar, Dominion Representative Extraordinaire, is here at last. He brings the Regent, too, and a warning.
Regent? By my father's sword, that's a relief. I see that Regent Corinway is safe, and you located the missing Alliance representative. Well done. Shortly after you departed to rescue the Regent, the Worm Cult made their move. Now the storm is upon us, and the time for battle is at hand. Yes, it seems the Regent's kidnapping was only the start. The Worm Cult hid soldiers throughout the palace, who then emerged and took us by surprise. They seized control of the palace district. Worse, the weapons they plan to use are Soul Reapers. Vile, necromantic devices that steal the souls of any who die nearby. The Worm Cult used Soul Reapers in their attacks on the Fighters Guild and Mages Guild and elsewhere throughout Tamriel. Guildmaster Merrick died destroying one. Join the others in the Palace District and drive out the Worm Cult. Destroy any Soul Reapers you encounter by tearing out their cores. That's the only safe way to disable them. Use the hidden entrance in the luxury goods shop to get inside. We'll take the Worm Cult from all sides at once, as soon as I can rally the rest of the Fellowship. Good luck, comrade.
I cannot believe it. Fighting in the streets of Sunport. These Worm Cult invaders must be stopped. While our defensive forces are not unlimited, whatever Sunport has will join with the Stirk Fellowship. For Sunport, for Solstice, for victory! The passage leads through a gap in the old city wall to a townhouse inside the palace district. It opens into the street just below the square by Vinutilmo Palace's main entrance. I imagine we will find the worm cult leaders there. I detest bloodshed, but I cannot stand by while others fight to protect my people. I will join the soldiers Princess R sends through the shopkeeper's passage. After you go in, I will make my way to the palace. Cautiously. No sign of the worm cult yet. Head down the stairs. We will hold here for now.
Remember to disable the Soul Reaper's 5 claw. Raj will stick behind you.
Here, champion.
Go on upstairs, quietly. The worm cult's just outside the door.
Lead the way, champion. We'll help you destroy the Soul Reapers.
Master Wormblood, we hold the palace, but the Stirk Fellowship disrupted our plans. They are coming.
Then delay them. I need time to find them. Now kill!
Farinor flee. Let's check out the Regent's study and see if we can find out what Farinor was doing here. Did Farinor leave anything behind? Take a look around, then meet the others outside.
Good work, everyone. The worm cult has fled the city. Comrade, a word, please. It was no easy fight, but the Palace District is secure. Your destruction of Soul Reapers was a great help, and it seems you cleansed Venutilmo Palace as well. Good work. Squardo said you saw Mage Farinor. Did she say anything? Wormblood? A successor to Manamarco, perhaps, yet I know of no villain by that name. Nor have I ever heard of a gift of death. Clearly, we have much to learn about the Worm Cult's plots. At least you have put a name to our foe. Nothing yet. Let's take a moment to regroup. Your valor secured a firm ally in Regent Corinway and showed the Alliance representatives the threat we face. Whatever the Worm Cult intends, the Stirk Fellowship will be ready to meet them. Thanks to you. The conflict in the Palace District proved the Stirk Fellowship can defeat the Worm Cult in open battle. Yet we have to locate our foe to fight them. Farinor and Wormblood are somewhere on this island. We simply need to hunt them down. That was my thought as well. The Worm Cult plans to move something important through the passages beneath. Wormblood's orders directed Farinor to ensure its safety. Whatever they're moving, they obviously consider it important. We should stop them. Not precisely, but passages beneath sound like tunnels to me. I want you to locate them and then act as you deem best to foil the Worm Cult. Take Waxen Ash with you. She is an excellent scout and has crossed staves with the Worm Cult before. Remember, time may not be on our side. We do not know how many more Soul Reapers the Worm Cult created or where they are. Two of you can find answers more swiftly than one. Explain the situation to Waxen Ash, then go find the passages beneath. Many, and none of them good. The orders you found mentioned something called the Gift of Death. The cult is harvesting souls with their reapers for some so-called great work, and they have Vanus Galarian. How it fits together, I cannot say. All I know is that it does not sound good. If Wormblood wants the Gift of Death, then I do not want him to get it. Keep your eyes and ears open, comrade. If you learn something more, let me know.
thought I sensed the prince taking the measure of my scales. He has a task in mind for the two of us, does he not? Very well, I am agreeable. What do we need to do? A tricky task. Finding the crocodile's wallow by wading through the reeds may take some time. Quicker to just ask someone who knows where she nests. As it turns out, I captured a worm called Bone Lord in the fight for the Palace District. I was not quite sure what to do with him after I knocked him senseless, so I had our soldiers take him to Sunport's guardhouse just north of the city's western gate. I doubt he will be happy to see me, but perhaps you can get him to talk.
The worm cult attacked the Palace District. You were there, Tater Canor. Were you injured?
It was a close call, but the Stirk Fellowship intervened and saved us. I just think the three queens, they were there when we needed
them. Ah, good. The Bone Lord is still here. Then he is awake again. Sergeant, we need to speak with the prisoner.
Very well. Prisoner's all yours.
You come to mock Kagajal for his defeat. Enjoy it while you can. The triumph of the Black Worm is close at hand. This one will not be your prisoner for long. Kagajal is sure you would like to know. But this one does not give up his brethren so easily. Death holds no terrors for one who walks the necromantic path. Kill Kagajal and be done with it. Gah! You dare lay hands on a Black Worm Bone Lord? Kagajal will neither forget nor forgive this offense. Enough! You seek Turner Mine. Its tunnels run under the mountains near the southern coast. This one does not know why they are important, but many of his Black Worm brothers guard them. You will find nothing but death there.
An ugly choice, yet such is the nature of our foes. I am not proud of my part in what happened here. Go on ahead, I will meet you in the mine. I think it is best to be alone with my thoughts for a time. I suspect Wormblood and Farinor shared that information only with those who needed to know. The note you and Scordo found referred to a shipment of great importance, did it not? If it is important to them, then it is important to us. Your methods were harsh. I believe he would have said anything to convince you to go away. However, it makes sense to me that the cult leaders would value secrecy. We simply have to go to the mine and see for ourselves.
not so close, Patches. Wouldn't want you to come down at this scourge, too. You look 100 times better than I feel, stranger. Me and the rest of the people living in Deetra Grotto, we're all sick. Our healer calls it the Daedric Scourge. It's going to be the death of us all. Mark my words. No, it is. No ordinary sickness, this one. Our community's healer, Kishka, says he thinks he can make a curative. But I'm afraid time is running out. We might just be smugglers and pirates, but we're not so terrible that we deserve this. If our healer can't produce the curative, then everyone in the grotto is going to die. And if it spreads to the rest of the island, well, I don't want to think about it. Last I saw, he was near the entrance to the grotto, looking as sick as I feel.
This grotto is cursed, outsider. The tides test me, outsider. Deetra Grotto has been twisted and overrun by Daedra. Not only have they turned the cave into something otherworldly, their very presence spreads a terrible and debilitating disease. I call it the Daedric Scourge. As the grotto's healer, I noticed it soon after the Daedra appeared and the cave began to change. We were collecting ingredients for a curative when the illness finally overtook me. Now I am too weak to finish the task. My friend, Razik, she is still inside, sick and alone. Outsider, would you assist me? Help me find Razik and gather the remaining ingredients for the curative. I will compensate you, of course. The grotto cannot be allowed to fall to this disease. Here, this lists what afflicted items to look for and where to find them. As for Razik, we will see. Damage. How will the grotto ever recover?
amazing. Don't mess with the street pit.
Some of my best tonics were imagined under this tree. I hate to see it so diseased.
I was sure I was going to turn feral and die out here without ever seeing Kishka again. I'm glad to see he found some help after we got separated. I've dealt with this sort of oblivion excrement before, but never anything like this sickness. The anchors. That's one of the reasons I left Tamriel, and finally made my way here. I was hoping I was done with Oblivion invasions. No such luck, huh? Daedra, floating islands of weird rock, otherworldly terrain. What else could it be? The people of the grotto are smugglers and pirates. We weren't prepared to deal with invaders from Cold Harbor. Some of the Daedra have been shouting about Molag Bal and Cold Harbor since they got here. Like they're proud of it or something. Once you have everything Kishka needs, get him to the docks. I'll meet you there, but I don't want to slow you down.
Stay safe, Razik. We will see.
has something valuable. Something useless, or a body part inside it.
Disgusting, I know, but a vital ingredient for the curative.
forces of Molar Ball. Show them the power of Cold Harbor.